disappear. We're going to be going to Royal Raceway, though, for the first race of the second qualifier.
Man, we were trying our best to say that we had to travel to somewhere.
True.
And we're gonna end up in front of the Peach's Castle. Not a bad place, to be honest.
You know what? You got to go to the tourist destinations first, and then you get to the beach at the end of, your morning.
It's about the journey, man.
Exactly. And we are off, and we see the baby Luigi here on the Mr. Scooty bike. A very optimal loadout. We got Game Warrior Ray here, a very new racer, so we're gonna see what he's gonna be able to bring to the table. And already playing.
I enjoy that.
True, the suit looking fresh.
Man, if that's what it takes to win SNS, man, sign me up to get that guy a championship spot.
I mean, maybe the fresh looks gives you the confidence you need to go against this top-tier competition. We got Radiant Land here on the Waluigi Mr. Scooty. Gonna grab a single item box. He's got to be careful. Someone's got a boomerang. Uses the mushroom to get around the baby Luigi.
Bird. As you can see, Battle Cookie is trying his best to avoid it, or at least stop at the boxes so he can try to get 2 items to move forward. He drops down at least 3 spots, and a shock happens, so it doesn't even matter. Now he's guaranteed to lose those 3 spots until he grows bigger.
You know, one of the things I always see that Batter Cookie does so well is having those 10 coins. You saw him prioritizing those lines to give him the coins he needs. Zobgo only having 1, he's going to be going significantly slower than Batter Cookie will be. So he's got to start optimizing his lines to go for the coins.
At least for right now, because when he gets to lap 3, it's literally all hands on deck. You got to do whatever you can to protect yourself. Game Warrior Ray, very impressive showing. Every time he cuts him, he's been within at least the top 3. Let's see if he can maintain it going into the final lap.
Especially with a baby character that has a very small top speed. You're not going to be going as fast as these heavier characters like Waluigi, like Boo, like Bowser. To be able to keep up with that top 3 placement using a baby character is extremely impressive.
And right now, you see the spam fest going on with Sports Joey. The man who was trying to destroy the spam, but he does it himself. There's a shock. Blue's coming in.
Nice
Is he going to try to dodge it? Not the boost panel.
That was actually really smart because that's one of the things you can do to get back up to top speed.
Yeah.
Is stopping before the boost panel, and then when the blue shell hits, go on the boost panel and be able. Ankles!
You just got outlined, my man.
Oh no! We see Sports Joey here in 3rd. Oh, not gonna be able to pass 2nd. Batter Cookie in 2nd, Sports Joey in 3rd, and Zobgo in 1st.
Great impressive showing. And it looks like in 4th place was that Game Warrior Ray. Actually, he's going to be the guy I'm going to keep my eye out for in terms of the newcomers, at least in here. Radiant Land had a good showing as well, but we didn't get to see much action of him.
True. I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the Twitch chat. We got Luckyo, we got Albert, we got, forgot how to say the person in blue's name. Then we got Delaware Hater, this Toost, for some reason. I don't know why, hating on Delaware here.
A lot of these folks
and then Lev as well. Shout out to all of you.
A fan of a competitor that's going to be in qualifier number 3.
Ooh.
But we'll get to that when we get there.
a lot of
headphone game
hype
is definitely not.
It's sideways. Come on, you got to straighten it up a little bit. What are you doing there? You're kind of lopsided.
I don't know what to do, man. I'm just so tilted by the amount of spam I'm seeing from one competitor that I called earlier with the fire.
It's all right. Maybe they'll clean up the act of spam, but we're going to be going to Big Blue for the next race of qualifier number 2. Bonnie, bring us through what we can expect with Big Blue.
Definitely, it's pretty much majority of that entire track is like, what's it called? Anti-gravity. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name for that. But it's pretty much anti-gravity. A lot of places, in order to get coins, it's going to be those side-like boost panels. If you ever played an F-Zero game, that's where you need to get your coins at in terms of this game. That's going to be part of how you're going to be winning. Another part is there's like 2 major glider sections that can really disturb your race if you're not careful.
Very, very true. And there's a lot of really secretive shortcuts where you actually have to go off the map without a boost panel, without a mushroom, and you'll be able to save so much time. Radiant Land, unfortunately, going to bump into the wall, going to lose some momentum on that. Going to be able to track himself back onto the green paths that actually give you a little bit of a speed boost.
True.
And then not going to opt to roll items, which isn't the best play there.
going on those green paths, yes, they do boost you up, but you also have to learn, like, sometimes, like, if you took the path that had, like, none of the moving items, you could have saved yourself a little bit more time, but maybe you just didn't know that at the time. As you can see the scores right now in the top right of the screen, Ankle's rating out a competitor. We're going to this fire section. Now, because the items work with how far you are from first place, a lot of times people might get a shock right here, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone's going to have it right after that bullet bill.
There is a huge disruption in those cannon sections where you got to just pray that you have a dodge when the shot comes down. Sports Joey going to get blue shell. Has to be aware of the people behind him. There's a golden mushroom. Zovgo's got it. He's going to opt to take the longer route, grabbing the double item box, and Zovgo's going to be backing far. Sports Joey just narrowly avoids it, throws the boomerang forward, shot comes out. Sports Joey has no defense going into this final section, and Ankles has everything he needs to catch back up to first.
Ankles is about to pull a Hadouken right now. Wait a minute, what did he get hit by?
Oh no! Okay, Ankles still gets first place, and then we see Batter Cookie with the Bowser loadout in second, Sports Joey in third.
Man, that was just crazy. I was literally about to, like, Ankles is just praying that he was able to keep first there, because that boomerang literally came out of nowhere. Batter Cookie, I don't know where he was at before, but man just showed up and said, I have a mission. Stay in top 3.
I really thought it was a new eraser with the loadout that he was using. I was like, okay, someone shock dodged, and they're going to be able to grab second. But we see the competitors that come every single week really dominating at this point and doing a great job racing on these tracks. I mean, honestly, that's what you have to go against every single week, and really it just comes down to practice, practice, practice.
No, absolutely. We do have the races on deck, so if you hear a name, head on up to the high tunnel so we can get started in qualifier number 3. Kanzai, 13, Knight, Young the Wizard. Am I reading this right? The 5th name, is it Mimi's butt?
Yeah.
All right. I was hoping I read that right, and I was hoping you would correct me on it. How You Living, The Gunner Boy, Go Crazy Trey, Mr. Windy Pants, and Sir Book Writer, which seems to be the fan favorite in the Twitch chat.
Honestly, I'm really curious. What will Sir Book Writer bring to the table that everyone's so excited to see? We are going to another DLC track. I'm telling you, they changed the randomizer. Another DLC track, and this is Toad Circuit, which is actually a bagging track. Sports Joey unfortunately getting backed by a random green shell and misses out on an item box. Bonnie, explain what a bagging track is.
All right, I'll do that kind of courtesy. So there's different types of turns to play, like mid-pack. There's runners, we stand in front, or it would prefer that you stand in front, and bagging, which means people in the back who will be farther away from first place will be able to do a lot more damage, and there's a lot more opportunities for you to catch back up when you have items like shocks, bullet bills, stars that can disrupt everyone else's run.
Yes, exactly. Some of these tracks are just more suited with you staying in the back and waiting to the final, to the second to ending boxes just to catch back up. Zovgo, unfortunately,
what
misses
a
the
smart
one
bounce of that green.
Oh, there was a lot of greens. You got to watch out for these smart bounces. If you don't know, once a green hits a wall, it actually has a tracking mechanism in it where actually you got to be careful about it. Zovgo doesn't realize he's in first, so he's going to get blue shelled there. Unfortunately, Batter Cookie with the Luigi DJ loadout.
Is he like funny name with this? Like, what's going on?
I think so.
I've never seen him do this at all. This is unusual.
It is very unusual, but I always like to take the qualifiers to try and warm up with my loadout, but you can see the veteran racers, Ankles, unfortunately, going to get horned out, has a mushroom, runs into the pipe, but will still be able to grab 4th place.
Oh my, I'm a little bit lost for words of what I just witnessed, how all that transpired to what happened.
I genuinely don't know. And you saw, the funny part was you saw Ankles holding the mushroom to try and angle himself away from the poles, from the pipes, but he ran into them anyways. But fortunately enough, he got around them, was able to grab 4th place. But like you see, some of these tracks just have a hectic finish that just non-stop chaos, and you're trying to keep up with it whenever it's just so much happening. You got to just be aware of it.
No, absolutely, man. I mean, it's hard to keep track of what you're doing on your own at times, depending on like everything that's around you. But when you have to worry about the 11 other competitors, man, like, you kind of get lost in the sauce trying to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just one of those things that you learn once you play the game more, is that awareness around you is so important, especially someone has a green shell behind you, checking the back camera, moving out of the way. Stuff like that will help you miles and miles along towards the finish line, because if you're not getting hit by those items, you're racing, you're going fast, and you will be able to pass so many other people who are not doing that.
Okay, like, I swear, he needs to, like, at some point tell us what's the deal with this, because he's not a fighting, but he's looking like he's pulling the fighting. You can see the scores right now. It's a 2-point difference between Zocco and Batter Cookie in first, and then Ankles is 4 points away from Batter Cookie. So, with Game Warrior Ray as well in that top lead.
That is absolutely bonkers. And you're seeing even the 10-point difference going into this final race. That is not a lot of points to try and catch back up to fourth place. We're seeing Ankles, though, lost the Piranha Plant, has a red in hand. We'll see what he's going to be able to do. Actually, that ramp is the slower route, and like you see Ankles do, you want to go around the trees because that is such an extremely strong shortcut.
No, absolutely. You use a mushroom on that, man, you're saving so much time. That ramp is there for show. Maybe in the original iteration of Mario Kart 8, back in the Wii U, it did some wonders. But on Deluxe,
Nope. It's actually extremely slower than just going around the trees like you saw Ankles do. As we're back on him with the triple shrooms of Beyblade speed here. I was trying to make something clever happen, but we're on to Sports Joey now, and he's actually in a pretty good spot. He popped the golden mushroom a little bit too early, I think, but he's going to be able to go past the shortcut and make it with the very last seconds of that golden mushroom.
This is where it's going to be interesting. See if the blue shell...
Oh, what is going on?
Look, see right here, so how the blue shells literally could pass some of these opponents. It's not even going to hit first place. So all of them stopping at that bridge, while that does save them, at the same time that kind of hurt their race a little bit, as that blue shell's still trying to track to them.
Oh, Ankles gets hit in first place. He saw the green shell coming. He tried to move out of the way, but he couldn't do it. Zovgo, got to be careful, drags out Ankles, and he's going to be able to grab a double item box and be right behind Batter Cookie as he backs a red.
Are you kidding me?
What are you doing with that bomb there? Sports Joey's going to have a mushroom to go through that shortcut. Pass. Sports Joey gets second. Zovgo in fourth because he got hit by his air horn.
So was Game Warrior Ray in third? Honestly, that dude's impressing me.
Yeah, he really is doing a great job. Like I said before, even with the baby loadout, even though it's giving you better drifts and faster turbos, you know what? Being that slow and being able to stay in the top spots against these competitors is a great job.
Absolutely. We do have the highlights of qualifier number 2, so let's go ahead and show those highlights right now. Sports Joey getting this snipe off the wall right here. Has to be careful. Batter Cookie playing it smart, waiting for the blue shell, trying to dodge the boost panel, and even though he failed at it, he still was able to pick up his momentum once again. That was a really good play on him.
So true, and we see Sports Joey getting green smart bounce out of nowhere. He's going to have to get an extra assist for all the ghosts that are throwing those green shells back. Zovgo getting boomeranged. And then you saw Ankles getting hit by that green shell, which he tried to avoid there. But my goodness, what an insanely fun qualifier, though, with just so much hecticness going on.